Hello, all of you. CA Deepti Chheda here. How are you all and how is your preparation going on? Today, we are here to clear this concept of unutilized basic exemption. While you are watching this video, along with this, make sure you watch other videos also I have made for marginal relief, for surcharge rates. There are cases for long-term capital gain under section 112A wherein additional surcharge rates are not applicable. So I cannot cover up everything in this. I have made separate conceptual videos for the slab rates, for the surcharge rates, for the marginal relief. And now today, this is specifically many students are asking this doubt for unutilized basic exemption. So what is this term? How to use this in calculation of problems? That's what we are going to do now. So pause the video if you are watching, pick up a notepad, pen, and then sit, take down the figures so that explanation is clear to you. And this concept is very important for inter-final, all the exams, especially for MCQs and the questions where they ask you to compute the tax. Okay, right? So let us see what is the concept of unutilized basic exemption. Okay, unutilized. The name itself says basic exemption. Now, when I'm talking for the word unutilized basic exemption, the first thing you all should know is what is basic exemption. Is that clear to all of you? 1 second. Is that clear to all of you? What is basic exemption? Up to 250, the income is exempt. On that income, there is no tax. That is basic exemption. 250 to 5 lakh, 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, and so on. Slab rates and all are going on. Okay. Now, basic exemption. First point you all should note down is basic exemption for non-resident is rupees. I'm making you write some points and then I'll give the concept also. Basic exemption for non-resident is rupees 2,50,000 in all cases. If it is non-resident, you don't have additional basic exemption. Yes, but in case of resident individuals and HUF, there are more basic exemption. Yes, if you are greater than 60 years, less than 80 years, then basic exemption for senior citizen is 3 lakh. And if you are greater than, less than, equal to sign will come here, greater than equal to 80 years. I always say no to you all in the class also ki less than, greater than, where is equal to coming. So once you are 80 years and above, it is said you are a super senior citizen, and such individuals, the basic exemption is 5 lakhs. So additional basic exemptions are there only for resident individuals. For non-resident, it is not there. One more concept is like rebate. I'm just taking these points randomly according to the doubts what you all are putting me in our WhatsApp and Telegram group. If you are not connected, you can get connected through the links given below. Many doubts are there. I'm thinking, I don't know, more techno update if I become, and if I can take some ask doubts like that, live classes, because capital gain, many other chapters, basic, and it's good to ask doubts so that you get the clarity and you go ahead with lot of confidence. Chalo. Rebate under section 87A, you all must be knowing. Yeah, if your income is up to 5 lakhs, total income is up to 5 lakhs, then you get a rebate from the tax up to rupees 12,500. And this rebate up to 12,500 is available if your total income is less than 5 lakhs, right? Now, this rebate is not applicable again to non-resident. It's not applicable to non-resident. Okay, right? So now, these are the two doubts which are usually asked, and they are going to be helpful while solving the problems of unutilized basic exemption. Now come to the capital gain. Have you finished writing these points? Yes. There is a separate video for surcharge. I'm not taking that points. Now let us check up the tax capital gain part. In capital gain, there are 4 kinds of incomes. Long-term capital gain on shares, units under section 112A, where up to 1 lakh exempt. Even if you know this, write it, dear students. There's some reason I'm making you write. Up to 1 lakh exempt. Then tax at the rate of 10%. Normal long-term capital gain on property and jewelry and etc. It is flat 20%. Long-term capital gain on shares, it is this. Now, short-term capital gain on listed shares on which STT is charged, cover under 111A, taxes 15% flat. Short-term capital gain on other assets, any other assets, property, jewelry, and what is the age of the asset and how to work out tax. Again, separate videos for that. Today, emphasis is again and again, I am only giving you a broad idea and bringing you back to unutilized basic exemption. But for that, I am building up this background. Short-term capital gain on other assets, it is like normal slab rates, normal slab rates, right? So now, when you are working out the tax on long-term capital gain, okay, and other income also. So suppose now we are writing the figures. You also write one example. With the help of example, it will be clear. This example is there in problem number 6A of the mock test of the CMA exam, this attempt. So example 1, okay, I'm writing here. Write down that your salary income is say 72,000 taxable salary income after standard deduction and all, and long-term capital gain on paintings. Write down the figure. I'm teaching you some concept to work out. Is 275. That's it. Now, what is your total income? Actually, this is gross total income, and you give deductions under ATC to ETU, which are not there. So directly we are getting the total income, that is 3,47,000. Now, this individual, we are taking it as option A. Option A, resident individual. He's a resident individual. Resident above 70 years. That's given in the exam. Say, so he's a senior citizen and he's resident also. Now, what is the basic exemption? Many times this unutilized basic exemption concept is not clear because they are not giving the working, how they are doing. So let us make it very clear. Resident individual greater than 70 years. What is the basic exemption? 2,50,000. What is your normal income? When I say normal income, first you should cover everything. Salary income, business head, other source, dividend, everything. Other than capital gain, all the other income is your normal income. That is 72,000. Oh, still your basic exemption is left to be used. 250, pick up your calculators. Minus 72,000, 1,78,000. This is the basic exemption which I could not use because my other income, salary, business and other sources just 72. So this is called as unutilized basic exemption. Is this concept clear? What is unutilized basic exemption? Basic exemption is 250, but other income is less than 250. So it's just 72. So still I have unutilized basic exemption. Sorry, did I do the calculations correct? Unutilized basic out of 250 minus 72,000. Oh, why did I do 250? We did it wrong. He's a senior citizen. So 3 lakh. 3 lakh would be the basic exemption and 72,000 would be your normal income. Still, the senior citizen has 2,28,000 as the unutilized basic exemption. Now he has long-term capital gain, and that is on some asset, and that is 2,75,000. Can you set off this unutilized basic exemption? 2,28,000 basic exemption. Can you set off from long-term and short-term? Yes. Unutilized basic exemption can you set off from all long-term, short-term, capital gain on shares, others, charo. All these are allowed to be utilized for unutilized basic exemption allowed, ऐसे लिखो, but for resident. So let us assume that he is a senior citizen and resident. So now what is the taxable long-term capital gain? Pick up your calculators. 275 minus 228. What is taxable long-term capital gain? 47,000. Okay. And this is taxable long-term capital gain. And on this, how much is the tax? Just now I told you, it's properties or anything, it will be 20%. So tax is coming to 9,400. Tax is coming to 9,400. Now total income is less than 5 lakhs, so you will get a rebate. Rebates are given from these income, not casual income, but all the incomes other than this rebate is given. Okay, right? So tax is coming to 20%. They have calculated surcharge and all, but I feel it is wrong. On any total income less than 5 lakhs, the system is automatically taking the rebate under section 87A. If your total income is less than 5 lakhs. So you will give a rebate under section 87A, 9,500, and tax is nil. Suppose if tax is there on this tax, you calculate the surcharge. This is the correct way. Clear to all of you? Yes? Basic exemption, normal income, unutilized basic exemption. Your basic exemption is 3 lakh, but other income, salary, other, so sub milake it is 72. So 222, can you use it here? Yes. Answer is yes. If he is a resident. Option 2, let us take it if he is a non-resident. If he is a non-resident, then no basic exemption. For non-resident, up to 250 basic exemption is there, but not in case of long-term, short-term. Unutilized base, no unutilized basic exemption. No rebate. कुछ भी benefit नहीं मिलेगा. Of course, he will get basic exemption. Normal basic exemption allowed from normal income. Up to 2,50,000 basic exemption is there, but unutilized basic exemption and set off from this capital gain and all is not there. So now if he is a non-resident, now what you will do? What is your other income? Other income तो exempt हो जाएगा ना, basic exemption. Pension income or whatever, salary income is 72,000 and basic exemption is there 2,50,000. So taxable income is nil. Taxable income is nil. Don't just watch this video holding it in the hand, your mobile and all. Keep it and take up notebook and do it. Ek bar if you do it in notebook, it will be clear till your final exam. My normal income is 72, 2,50,000, so nil. But now I'll not take unutilized basic exemption. And why did I take basic exemption only 250? Though he's a senior citizen, 3 lakhs is not allowed to senior citizen. No unutilized and no rebate. Chalo. So what is long-term capital gain over here? 2,75,000. What is tax at the rate of 20%? No unutilized basic exemption. Again, I want to repeat. 55,000. On that, ESES also, because no rebate, nothing. So 4% ESES will also come. So 57,200 is the tax payable. Easy. Non-resident basic exemption is allowed from normal income, but not long-term and short-term and unutilized. No rebate. So, okay, normal income will go in the exemption. Even in final, there are chapters called non-resident taxation. It is helpful in your residential status and inter also. And long-term capital gain will be taxed routine. Yes. Whereas here, how you have done, you have utilized unutilized basic exemption here. Once you write this, some random examples I'm giving. Suppose Mr. Beans is having 4,50,000 income, only long-term capital gain on shares. Will he get basic exemption 250? Answer is yes, he will. So he will get the basic exemption 2,50,000. Okay? I hope you are getting. Unutilized basic exemption to hai. But if suppose you just have long-term capital gain on shares, short-term capital gain, only that income, then also are you allowed basic exemption? Yes. Chalo, this was like example 2. Some random example coming in my mind I am giving. Suppose income from other sources is 1,80,000. Normal citizen, no age and all is given. And long-term capital gain on property is 8 lakhs. Ab kya karoge? Dekho. Income from other sources is 180. Long-term capital gain on property is 8 lakhs. So total income is 980. Now, what is answer? What is basic exemption? 2,50,000. This is the way to learn. You can't have printed problems, take down the answer, sir hilai. I hope you are following these examples. If you feel my speed is more, pause the video, write the figures first. Minus my normal income, 180. Still I have unutilized basic exemption. Can give you 20 examples like this. 70,000 is the unutilized basic exemption. Why did I take 2,50,000? He's a normal. If he's a senior citizen, 3 lakh. Super senior, 5 lakh. On this only in case of resident. You have to study with this much clarity, and when things are confusing, hold it like this. If you want to say, ma'am, I have 4th and 5th example, can you solve it with me? I'm ready to do it. Join the app group or the Telegram group with the link. If not, at least in the comment below this video, you send your doubts and clear it. Unutilized basic exemption aa gaya. Now long-term capital gain is 8 lakhs. Can I minus unutilized basic exemption 70,000? What is taxable long-term capital gain? 7,30,000. Tax thereon 20%. 7,30,000, 20%. 1,46,000. Shall I give rebate now? Answer is no. Income has crossed 5 lakhs. Like this, ask extra questions, one step extra. So can we directly add the ESS now? 4%, 5,840. And what is your tax payable? 151,840. If you have any TDS advanced tax, you can deduct here. Now you say, unutilized basic exemption is given from anything. Long-term capital gain on shares, property, short-term capital gain on shares, property, सब में मिलता है. Now, one more nice example. This is also many times when students ask doubt, I come up with these type of conceptual videos. Example 4, take और लिखो. Suppose you have long-term capital gain on listed shares, which is covered under 112A, 9 lakhs, no other income. Now, will you give basic exemption 2,50,000? Check करके बोलो. मिलेगा? Yes. If he is a resident, he will get. How much is the balance? 6,50,000. Now, if you remember, I told you section 112A, long-term capital gain on listed shares is taxable at the rate of 10% above 1 lakh. So, basic exemption they will get. One more additional exemption of 1 lakh. Will you give? Answer is yes. Balance taxable long-term capital gain is 550. What is the tax now on 550? 20. Oh, sorry. Why am I calculating 20%? Really sorry. So this is like balance long-term capital gain 550. Now calculate the tax 10%, 55,000. Now you tell me, shall I give rebate? No. Income exceeded 5 lakh, no rebate till 12,500. No. Say this dialogue and one day you will not have to apply or brain ke sochna nahi padega. Pen will flow into the correct direction. So on 55,000 you calculate 4% ESS. Tax payable 57,500. I'm taking already 2-3 classes, but this was the doubt students are asking. If you're feeling my speed is more, pause karo, ye sab likho. Do watch the links below. You can get connected and ask more doubts also. I hope now this will make it clear. I think maximum possible what doubts were coming from students. I've covered it all in these examples, and pointers which I have given are clear or not. Unutilized basic exemption is basic exemption minus the normal income. Unutilized. Just use it in all these cases only if they are resident. Yes. And you know, if there is only short-term and long-term income and all, still you can use unutilized basic exemption. Full 2,50,000, 3 lakh. If someone is 80 years and above and he's just having long-term capital gain on shares 50 lakhs, can he take 5 lakhs exemption? Yes. 1 lakh additional exemption? Yes. And then 10%. See, dear students, I agree you all are grown up, but itne bhi grown up nahi hai. This is a beautiful course, beautiful career, and you have decided your goal to get a professional degree, right or not? So why don't you put up some flow charts? ऐसे charts आपके सामने दिखने चाहिए. School days में मैम बनाए थे maths के लिए, chemistry के formula के लिए. तो make no, ma'am, time is not there. Only the time is there. It will not take stopwatch लगा के more than 10 minutes to prepare a chart for slab rate and put it. Keep looking at it as and how you come and go. You will never have these conceptual doubts, what you are asking. I hope with this video, your doubt of unutilized basic exemption is clear, and any other doubts are there, you can ask me. I'm having so many queries of students. Like here, they are saying pension is received. If you are a retired employee and if you just receive pension, then also is standard deduction given to you up to 50,000? Answer is yes. They have not taken in this problem, but it is given. Okay, right? So take down all the notes I have given. Still any doubts are there, do get connected to us when we take lives also. Do join, so as and where only I can clear your doubts. All the best to each one of you, and thank you so much for watching this video till end. Do see the videos, other videos with the help of the playlist. That will be helpful. All concept related videos are there in the tax playlist. Concepts, surcharge concept, age of the capital gain concept, interest on loan. Recently, I have prepared a video, and tax amendments, which are worth 8 to 10 marks, are separately covered in other playlist. Any doubts are there, just comment below and we are there to help you. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Signing off now. See you, Deepti Chheda here. Thank you.